Sup guys, I'm just getting ready to jar some stuff up. Wife and kids are asleep, so figure what better time to jar some things up. So what I got is I have my pot, and I put just a little bit of water in there, and I'm heating this up. So it's got a little bit to go, so I'm going to crank this sucker up to high. So, some of the things I'm going to jar up. I'm going to jar up these plugs. I open these and I try them. Now I want to let them sit, so I stuck them in a mason jar. But I don't know how long I'm going to let them before I go ahead and revisit it. Because they're plugs, you kind of want to let them sit a little bit longer. So I got this is the Dreams of Kadath, the Cornell and Diehl. This is Cornell and Diehl Night Train. And something else I haven't really been smoking a lot of is the Peter Stokkebye Luxury Flake. I got a lot of stuff open already, so I wanted to seal this up as well. So I want to let these get going a little bit. Let's heat up, and then got a couple more. So I also have some Orlik Gold Slice that I wasn't a fan of at first, but I'm going to let it sit for a while. I heard it gets better as it ages. And I also have the Warhorse that I am not really interested in trying right now. So, that's getting warm. Okay, so what I do is I'll get some water and I'll get this warm. And then I'll take the tobacco and I'll open it up. And I'll stick it in the water. You know, do a few at a time. And oh crap, I grabbed the wrong one. Let's see. This is actually the Bullseye Flake. I have Bullseye Flake, and I also have just a straight up Luxury Flake. I wanted to do just a straight up Luxury Flake, so what I'll do is I'll stick that in there. Here we go. This is the Navy Flake. And I'm not going to let that simmer for a few minutes. And what I'll do is I'll let it heat up the jar. And I'll let the jar, inside the jar, heat up. See, the trick is you want to get all the air in here warm. And I bet you a lot of you guys already know how to do this. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's something new. I've done it for a few of them, and it worked great. So, you let the air in the jar heat up. And then what I'll do is I'll stick the lid back on. And as it cools, the air condenses and it sucks the lid right in. Talking about getting things hot, I'm a spicy eater. And if you like hot stuff too, I would highly recommend these. It's called Pocky's Haunted Ghost Pepper. I swear these are the hottest chips ever. I mean, it's almost stupidly hot, but I like the stupid hot. Man. get nice and warm. And I don't know if you should put a lid on it. I doubt it. You don't really want the tobacco getting moist. Just the air in there getting hot. And this is more long term. See, I have a tendency to order stuff, and then it doesn't matter how many things I've opened, I'll crack it open and try it. Because if I'm not going to like it, I'd rather just pass it on to somebody who would, whether it be trade or just gifting. And if I like it, I'll jar it up. Short term is just short term jarring. Like the Bullseye Flake, I like smoking this. The Peter Stoker Beat Bullseye, a really good vapor blend. So now this is nice and, yeah, it's really hot. So what I'll do is I'll do that, and I'll take it out, and I'll put the lid on it, and I'll make that nice and tight, and then hopefully you'll hear it actually pop. The Orla Cold Slice, and stick it on towel. Stick it on something that's not extremely cold, because you don't want the glass shattering on you as you're doing this, because that would suck and be a waste of tobacco. And then the Warhorse. So in particular, I wanted the plugs. I wanted the plugs done, but I figured I'd do these ones just, you know, so I can do those and get, because I don't plan on smoking those anytime soon. So the plugs might take a little bit longer, just because the air, there's a lot more in here. Oh, the Dreams of Kadath smells so good. It's almost something like the air, like it's hot. This Night Train is good too. So this is the Night Train, and it's Bright Virginia Ribbon, Bright Virginia Flake, Cavendish cut, Virginia grown barley and Perique are pressed into an old-fashioned crumb cake for a truly satisfying smoking experience. I did cut a piece of this and try it, and this is so good. The only other plug I still need to try is that I bought is Triple Play, I believe it is, and I bought that because it has like 30% Perique in it, and I was really looking forward to something like that. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and let the air heat up in there, get it nice and warm. I'm hoping I did these long enough. If they didn't go in there long enough, I'll just throw them back in. Not a big deal. I have to let them sit a little bit. But the whole premise is you let the air heat up in the jar. You throw the jar lid on the jar once it's out, and the air condenses and sucks it in. And then that's your long-term jarring. Just sticking them in this is a short-term jarring. I don't know how many of you guys have done this yet. I've done it a few times. I've jarred up my RO series Firestorm, and I think I have RO series Acadian Vapor jarred up. I enjoyed those, but I had a bunch of stuff already open at the time, so I long-term sealed them. So I'm hoping to get to them eventually. Who knows? So that's the process I go through. And then you're set to sell them, and you're good to go. And hopefully you do it right and nothing gets in there. It'll be a while before you should have to open them up again. So that's my process. I just felt like I should walk you guys through it. I don't know if any of you are watching this are new to the jarring aspect of it, but this is personally what I've done, and it works. The ones I've already done still have the tin pushed down and sealed, so hopefully popping those open down the line will be a nice nice treat. So alright guys, this is what I do, and I catch you guys later.